Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Rob Hunter. I'm the North American Sales and Business Development Manager for KAL ATM software. Today, I'm going to be presenting to you the Kalignite Hypervisor solution that KAL ATM software has created to help banks and independent ATM deployers break free from ongoing costly ATM hardware upgrades. So leading up to this in 2018, Microsoft announced that they would be end-of-lifing their support for Windows 7 come January 2020, which most of us have seen, or most of you have seen. And this was just like in 2014 when they decided to end-of-life their support for XP and force the migration to Windows 7. Now, like the migration from XP to 7, banks faced this enforced upgrade, and just like that upgrade, the expenses and complexity are yet again very difficult and costly. The worst part about this is it's not going to end. This is really only a stopgap measure until the next upgrade comes along. And the scale of the problem is one that the ATM industry really can't ignore and can't afford to ignore. ATMs are a vital part of banks' customer touchpoints and service, and provides a number of services to their customers. And in order to keep all of your ATMs within compliance, well, that's extremely costly. Discussing this Windows 10 upgrade process with our customers, they begin to ask us, what do these upgrades get our actual customers? What kind of benefits are they seeing at the ATM level? And the answer is none. You're spending a ton of money on these upgrades, essentially to not really give any added benefit to your customers. So KAL decided to look into this issue a lot further. Had some detailed discussions with Microsoft and Intel regarding this problem that faces the industry. And so what we found is that Microsoft plans on releasing updated OS versions at a much higher frequency. These are called semi-annual channels, or SACs, or long-term service channels, or LTSCs. So the semi-annual channel will be released about twice per year. Whereas the long-term service channel, which is designed for devices like ATMs, will be released every 2 to 3 years. So again, much more frequent releases than in the past, and we feel like this is only going to increase as time goes on. While these upgrades provide quality updates to ensure that the device security stays up to date and keeps the devices stable and secure, we see that this is only going to happen more frequently. With these upgrades that come out for these operating systems, not always, the motherboard component will not always support these new OSs, and more times than not, they don't plan on supporting these new OSs like what we're seeing today. These motherboard upgrades will become much more frequent, and we do not see that slowing down in the near future. KAL has partnered with Red Hat to create an alternative solution called the Kalignite Hypervisor, which we believe is a game-changing solution for the industry. The product uses OS virtualization technology to decouple the ATM PC core from the ATM's Windows operating system. This solution is to run both Linux and Windows on the same ATM. However, Linux is running on the bare metal of the PC core, whereas Windows is running on in a virtualized system sitting on top of that Linux operating system. This means software drivers that are unsupported under new operating system versions, for example, Windows 10 LTSCs or SACs, can now be supported by the Kalignite Hypervisor software drivers instead. So your hardware that you're currently running can run the Windows 10 operating system and remain in PCI compliance without needing a hardware upgrade. Here we have an example of what your software stack would look like with the Kalignite Hypervisor solution inserted inside of it. The Kalignite Hypervisor solves the support problem that everyone is running into today. KAL and Red Hat provide a subscription license for long-term support for banks and IADs. We also have an OEM version for hardware vendors to use as well, which is an option that if the banks want to go directly through them, we can provide. There's a number of great benefits as to why you should choose Kalignite Hypervisor. For one, you'll be able to run Windows 10 on your current ATM hardware. You can migrate to Windows 10 without having the high cost of these hardware projects. And you can also put your budget towards projects that will impact your customers in a more positive way. You'll also remain PCI compliant. Take back control of when you want to upgrade your PC core. No more enforced hardware upgrades caused by the Windows update. You choose when you want to. Running legacy hardware imposes a number of limitations. With Kalignite Hypervisor, you're able to always run the latest software versions. Extend your hardware's lifespan and reduce your annual hardware upgrade costs by future-proofing your ATM estate. The Kalignite Hypervisor solution will provide you with the freedom to concentrate on delivering new functionality and better customer experiences. We've done a number of proof of concepts on the Kalignite Hypervisor, and we also have it running in production in Europe. What we've seen from a performance standpoint is that speed is impacted less than 2% compared to running Windows 10 natively. The RAM requirements have not increased compared with native use, and the ATM can still perform all functions as it would running natively. All in all, there really is no change and there is no difference that you can recognize, whether you're running Windows 10 in the Kalignite Hypervisor or you're running it natively. The ATM hardware upgrades will be occurring more frequently in the future. These will be huge costs for banks and independent ATM deployers. It costs much less to use the Kalignite Hypervisor than to upgrade motherboards for each Windows upgrade. The Kalignite Hypervisor costs €100 per ATM per year. This subscription includes all Kalignite Hypervisor components, all Red Hat components, 24/5 support, and works with the KAL software suite or any other third-party ATM application software. KAL has published a detailed white paper with support from Red Hat. You can find this white paper on our website at www.kal.com. If you have any additional questions or comments, you can contact me at rob.hunter@kal.com. Thank you for your time today and stay safe.